New numbers from the Apt Group show that 2018 was a standout year for Nintendo. In a series of tweets detailing the firm's year-end sales estimates for the United States game industry, analyst Matt Piscatelli said that the Switch was 2018's best-selling platform, both in terms of units sold and dollar sales. Not only did the Switch dominate 2018, but Piscatelli also notes that the partially portable console had the highest annual unit and dollar sales total for any hardware platform in the past 3 years, beating out a record set by the PlayStation 4 back in 2015. Looking at video game hardware as a whole, the Apt says that just over $1 billion was spent in 2018, an 8% increase from last year's hardware spending. In just December alone, the Switch managed to beat out a 2009 record set by the Nintendo Wii, for highest dollar sales in a single month. A similar milestone was also set when looking at units sold during December. Piscatelli says that the Switch achieved the highest December unit sales for a single platform since December 2010. In another thread on Twitter, Piscatelli attributes much of this late-year success to the December 7th release of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, a title he says performed significantly better than he had expected, and pushed the Switch to highest sales in the year. The at-data drop also offers a peek at the best-selling games of 2018 across various platforms. But it is worth taking those sales numbers with a grain of salt. The group's reporting on game sales, particularly digital, is not an exact measurement since not all publishers fully share data on their sales with the Apt. But the charts can still offer the general idea of what games on trends attracted attention throughout the year. For 2018, the Apt records a grand total of $16.7 billion spent across video game hardware, software, and accessories, the best-selling game of 2018 across all platforms. In terms of dollar sales, not units sold, was Rockstar Games' Red Dead Redemption 2, though it is worth noting that 11 entries on that top 20 games list are missing sales data from either digital or PC digital sales, including runner-up Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the best-selling game for the month of December, also reached number 5 on that roundup of 2018 as best-selling games, despite the fact that none of its digital sales were counted. More data on those best-selling games can be found in Piscatelli's full thread. HTC reviewed 2 Novia headsets during the Computer Entertainment Showcase, says, yesterday, with the first being Beat Cosmos, pitched as a standalone device, made at home, on mobile use. The Cosmos seems to be HTC's effort to develop a consumer Fatu-Sidva headset to rival the Oculus Quest, promising to offer absolute comfort, easy setup, and will require no external tracking. HTC said in a press release that it will have the capability to be powered by more than a traditional gaming PC, although it's still pretty vague as to what that means. A teaser video shows the Cosmos next to a smartphone, indicating that the headset could potentially expand to platforms outside the PC. While there is currently no information about how much the headset will cost, what its full capabilities are, or when it will be released, HTC said it would be coming soon, with development kits to be offered sometime in early 2019. The official page for the Cosmos shows a new type of controller, foregoing the traditional wand style, and trackpads with a joystick and buttons instead. HTC's second headset, the Vive Pro I, is similar to the Cosmos with its dual front-facing cameras, but stands out by including the tracking tech. Skybound Games and Epic Games have partnered to bring Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season on PC exclusively to the Epic Games Store for all future purchases. Starting today, the remaining chapters of Telltale's episodic series are available through the Epic Games Store on PC, but not for other digital storefronts like Steam. A Humble Bundle. This news comes after Skybound reached a deal with Telltale back in October to finish development on the remaining episodes. The studio resumed work on the final season last month, with most of the original Telltale development team rejoining the project, as detailed in a press release. Players who purchased a season pass of The Walking Dead game, the final season on a different PC platform will still receive the final 2 episodes through their previous point of purchase. It's likely that the exclusivity deal was not motivated solely by sales of the game, as the press release seems to suggest that Epic helped fund development of the last 2 episodes of The Walking Dead. Epic stepped up to the plate immediately to work with the scene editor to bring the original team back together and ensure fans will receive the completed season of Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season, said President of Interactive Damari and Skybound Games CEO Ian Howe in a joint statement. The third episode, titled Broken Toys, releases on January 15th.
2019
The Academy of Interactive Arts Sciences has announced that Bonnier Us, Microsoft corporate vice president and founder of current Halo Dev 343 Industries, will be the 23rd inductee into the IAS Hall of Fame this coming February. The IAS Hall of Fame aims to honor game developers and creators that have played a part in making influential games and moving both genres and the industry forward through their actions. Following her induction on February 13, 2019 at the 22 NDA Annual DICE Awards, Ross will join past awardees like Todd Howard, Hideo Kojima, and Leslie Benzies in the IAS Hall of Fame. Ross currently serves as the head of 343 Industries, and has previously served as producer, lead producer, executive producer, and general manager on several Microsoft Game Studios titles, including the likes of Gears of War, Mass Effect, and Counter-Strike 6 release. She has spent over 20 years working in the game industry, and also notably co-founded the diversity initiative Microsoft Women in Gaming early on in her career. Since leading 343 Industries, Ross has also overseen the development of several Halo titles, spanning from Halo 3, Odyssey, to the upcoming Halo Infinite. This past year has been great in reaching out beyond just the audience, here to people in my local community about video games and game design. However, the study of game design continues to be a mystifying art for some, and it has not gotten any better since I started Game Wisdom 7 years ago. With the growth of the industry and being accepted worldwide, there really needs to be more than just a handful of discussions about game design. The last time we had this discussion, I drew my line in the sand about how I feel about the state of game journalism. I find that the majority of coverage out there from YouTubers and streamers to major sites to be irrelevant for someone wanting to learn about game design. The majority of information out there is useless. YouTubers making rant videos about companies killing games or being against the gamers is just a tabloid trash, while the professional pieces on major sites tend to fall between someone just reporting what someone else said and fluff pieces that do not really educate anyone on design are the game in question. To continue getting myself into trouble, I do question many people who write and talk about the game industry on their knowledge of game design. If you want to learn about game development and what it means to work in this industry, the majority of sites, YouTubers, and streamers out there will not help you. One of the reasons why I can talk about game design these days is the very fact that I have interviewed over 400 developers about design, not PR, but actual game development. Some days I feel that I am 5 to 10 years ahead of everyone else when it comes to these discussions. Frequently, when I want to write a piece on a concept, a design theory, I am still either the top or near the top link when searching for it on Google. Several concepts I have talked about when it comes to game design, consumers do not think about, let alone people who make games for a living. I cannot wait to see the reception of my second book, covering a genre that is over 30 years old, that no one else has ever taken the time or thought to explore from a design and educational perspective. Game development is very hard to put into words, and why most people do not cover it. However, that difficulty also brings me to another problem. Game development is a topic I feel that has not gotten enough credit as a field of study. If we are talking about the time that video games became accepted in pop culture and the early 00s, then the industry from that point of view is not even 20 years old. To many people, from inside and out of the industry, treat design as this mythical creature that cannot be understood or tamed.